Welcome back, everyone, to Midnights in the Lab through our playthrough of Alien Isolation. Dylan is actually joining me this time, so I'm not alone.
David, have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No, because the way you word that would seem to indicate that they thought I was.
God
Wait,
damn it, David, I set you up perfectly for an aliens quote right there.
oh, oh
When they get
yeah,
out of the things, and Hudson tells Vasquez, have you ever been mistaken for a man? And then Vasquez says, no, have you? Because he's an
yeah.
actual man, and she's making a joke about his masculinity, and then they die in each other's arms, and it's great. I wrote a paper about that once.
Really?
I wrote a paper about how the surviving members in the film Aliens are not the most masculine or the most feminine. They are the people who are like in the middle. Like the most feminine characters die, and the most masculine characters die. And how like the only way to survive parenthood is a combination of both.
Ah,
Because like the surviving members are like Ripley, I guess technically at Bishop, not Ash. Ash is one of the first.
yeah.
Bishop, Newt, and does Hudson make it? I think two of them.
Hudson's wounded, but he makes it.
Right, he makes it, even though he's crying like a little girl the whole time.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
I mean, he did acid in his face though. So,
Yeah, like Hudson was a badass.
and then there's like the last one who made it. Hicks, Hicks, he made it.
Hicks didn't make it. Hicks died.
Did Hicks die?
Pretty sure.
They all sound the same. Gorman, Hudson. Was it Hudson? No, Hudson was the one who died.
Hudson Liz. Hudson is the guy who takes command.
Is he?
Yeah.
Also, the Xenomorph's in front of you.
Oh, I know. I know.
Right, like, they survive, but, like, none of them are overtly masculine about it. Like, they're all... They confront what's coming to them, but they're, like, doing it as they retreat. And then Ripley is obviously, like, the mother figure to Newt. And then Newt, despite being a little girl, is the only survivor of, Hadley's Hope.
Yes.
Until the comics retconned it that there were more. That Aliens comic's okay, I guess. It's not bad. That Prometheus
I
one's okay.
suppose I'll keep reading it. Fuck! Ah, fuck!
It's great. I was watching footage of this, this is like last week, actually. Oh, I got you. Oh, it's great. See, I like this more than The Evil Within, because even with the delay, I can't tell if you just saw it, or if it got you or not. It's great.
I'm so glad you enjoy my girlish screams.
It's great. It's what a horror game is supposed to be like. For all this game's faults, there's so many perfect moments like that.
Yeah, no, people were super down on this game, but I really like it.
I've seen almost nothing but overwhelming praise from it. Like GameSpot and Game Informer didn't like it, but everywhere else I've seen nothing but like, this game's great. I think the half in the bag guy, like Red Letter Media, didn't care for it.
Oh well, they're movie people. I don't watch their game stuff.
Their B team does game stuff now that I don't think any of is particularly great, but whatever. It's such a weird game, this. Like, even there's really nothing else quite like it, because even like the stuff that it was being compared to, like, this isn't Amnesia isn't like this, you know, or Resident
Yeah.
Evil isn't like even the games that have like invincible enemies you run from, it's not on this level.
Yeah.
Of just like unscripted terror is a lost thing, I think.
Yes.
That this game does pretty well. But anyways, I was watching footage of this, and I watched it of the DLC, because I want to play this at some point. I just don't really have the means to.
Yeah, I
And,
know what you mean.
yeah, so I was looking at the
You were
DLC.
telling me about that, yeah.
Right, and it was like 20 minutes, start to finish, for Lone Survivor. I don't like that's not very long for even for free DLC, 20 minutes. And I was watching the dude play, and the dude he was kind of good. Like, I've never been so angry watching people play a game that I haven't played, just because I feel like everyone's doing it wrong.
No, I know what you mean.
Like, so many people just run up and use the flamethrower on it. Or, like, don't try to hide. But, and he was in the one room, like, it's like, it's not like, it looks kind of like a garage. Like, it's got chains and water dripping everywhere. I mean, that's kind of what all of Alien looked like, but, you know. And he, like, it was so long, I felt like I was sitting there for, like, 30 minutes. And then I looked down, and it was, 5 minutes into the, video. And it's just so incredibly tense. To the point where, like, I got the thing's pattern down. Like, I figured out where it would go. It's just from watching it. And that's weird. Like, I don't do that in video games. I don't look at things I'm afraid of and figure out how to, like, exploit them. Can it attack you during, like, the things that you have to do, the mini games or whatever?
Yes.
It can. Because I was in that DLC again. There's a moment where Ripley does the self-destruct sequence,
Right.
and sometimes the motion tracker beeped, and it's like a 2-minute sequence. And in my head, I'm like, there's no way from a game design perspective it can attack you.
Nah, I totally fucking can.
Wow, it was right in front of you. Oh man, that's great. How does it see? I tried to figure that out at one point. How the alien sees. Because it's not loud enough to be echolocation. And it doesn't have eyes. And I thought, like, that maybe it, like, sees through feeling.
I think it just it listens.
But I thought, like its sense of feel is so intense, like it can feel, like, little movements in the air, and that's how it finds things. And that's also why it's so aggressive. Because it's constantly in, like, some amount of pain. from feeling everything all the time. Nothing but feeling.
I don't like this shit.
It's great. Not supposed to like it. It's a horror game.
I am going to save because fuck if I want to do all that again.
Man, I'm really surprised they didn't go with limited saves in this.
They do. Well, it's tiered.
No, I mean, like, you can only save a certain amount of time. Like in old Resident Evil, when you need, like, ink ribbons to save. Like that.
Nah, that'd be bullshit. That'd be too hard.
That'd be great. That would be,
There's a mode.
like, really amazing if... That would be, like... Would it be awful to have, like, that as a microtransaction?
Yes.
Like, saves in a horror game? But, like, if they're making the game good enough that you want to save constantly, and it's a horror game, and you have to buy more saves, is that technically bad design, or are they just really good at making the game?
I don't know, that'd be bullshit, and I wouldn't want to play that game.
What if, like, every time you start the game, you get, like, a set amount of saves? Like, you start a new game, you get 10 saves.
So with the ink ribbon system.
Sure, like, you start with a set amount of saves, and you can buy more saves. And you can find them in the game, too, if you're smart. But, like, if you're really strapped for saves, you can start the game over and be more conservative with your saves. And then have, like, a roguelite system.
I mean, again, you're really just kind of describing the ink ribbon system, but a little more restrictive.
Right. But, like, with real money.
Oh, why would you want that?
But then, like, you have, like, a roguelike where the only, like, downside is if you're really bad at the game, you either start over or you have to lose your own real-life money. You keep all the stuff you have in-game.
Dude, stop, like, asking for shiesty game design.
I mean, I don't like paid DLC and microtransaction as the next I hate it as much as the next guy.
Damn you, Coleman! You knew that.
My
thing was
dog's
here.
yelling at me now.
That's unfair. I thought it might be
I
there.
guess
There's
he
a
really
difference.
doesn't like it.
Passcode.
But like stuff like that,
1702,
where like
okay? Now let's get down to
if
the
you
dispenser.
only have to do it if you're
Of course,
bad
of
at the
course.
game,
Promise
I
is
don't
a
mind.
promise. I'm sorry for putting you through this. I'm going to step into the other room to punch the code in and prime
Like,
the elevator. Then we can use the key card to take the elevator down.
Like Dead Space 3 had that. Where like you could pay a fee and like get all the resources or something. But-
You could buy other robots to collect them for you.
Right, but like there was more than enough in the game.
Yeah.
Like if they didn't like artificially extend the game so that you had to do that.
I'll collect my
No.
things.
But that's what you're saying, basically. If you
like-
suck.
Yeah, if you're really bad at the game, then you pay money. That I'm okay with.
I think you're just asking for rough design.
I'm not talking about like 10 saves when you buy the game and no more. I mean, every time you start a new game, you get 10 saves. You can find more saves in the game too. Not a ton of saves. Let's say 2 saves a chapter is what you'd be allowed.
I guess. I mean,
And then, like the game would like encourage you to be really good at chapters. Like you could replay chapters or something. And then it almost becomes a speed run. Like how committed are you to keeping your money?
you're really just talking about a roguelike with microtransactions to keep playing.
Yeah, I want a roguelike where the only like the failure is that I have to put up real money. Or get good. One of those two. Getting good should always be the first thing that I'm expected to do, rather than put money in.
Yeah, yes.
Also, I think I've said this, but I really hate that it asks you to overwrite the save. even though it has multiple saves already.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It just wrecks immersion for me. It might as well ask me to pay money for the save. Oh man, you could do what like Borderlands does with the golden keys and like put out saves and like codes. Oh, that'd be awesome. And then like that way, like you would like even if you like buy the game like a year later, it doesn't matter. You don't have to buy saves. If you pre-order the game, you get 5 free saves.
Wait, so you're saying...
I want to turn saves into a resource.
But you're saying you still have to buy the game?
Yes.
That's kind of bullshit.
You have to buy the game, but you're always given a little more than you need.
Nah, you can't. You need... Then it's gotta be free to play.
Well, what if like the saves are super cheap?
Nah, man.
Let's say $1 a save. And all other DLC for the game is free. Only saves are paid. But you don't get new saves when you buy the DLC.
Oh.
You have separate saves for the DLC. And then you have a pool of saves that you can like set for where you want them to be in the game.
This
So
is
like
a bad idea.
like you have like I don't know, the Dr. Kred's Bambi Island. And then you could say, I want to put 5 of my saves in Dr. Kred's Bambi Island, so that way I'm not even tempted to use them in the main game. And then like you could set them in like the main menu and lock it in. Then you could turn your saves in for free stuff on the internet. 1 in every 100 saves sold is 100 saves. It just is.
Stop it. Just stop. No.
Sometimes when you save, like the system doesn't register it and you get a free save.
Okay, where the fuck is this thing? Oh, the store open. Okay.
I mean, it would only work in very specific game types. You couldn't really do that in like an action game. Like you couldn't do it in like Bayonetta or whatever. I was trying to S-rank Metal Gear Rising for a while, and I cannot think of having to pay for saves for that.
Because it's a bad fucking idea.
What if the saves are bought with in-game currency, but you can buy in-game currency out of the game?
I still just think it's a terrible idea.
What if they put the saves up, but they don't do anything? Like, you can buy saves, but there's no limit on the saves.
I'm just gonna sit here and keep making fucking med kits.
What if there's DLC to change the color of all the LEDs on the ship?
All of these just sound dumb.
Every green LED is a blue LED. Every red LED is a yellow LED. You can manually set what LEDs do what, and you can set it to where there's no LEDs at all, and then you don't know if you've already been somewhere. I want HUD DLC. HUD DLC.
I don't know, man. All I have to say is...
other games in my other games. And I want the HUDs to do things. I want, like, if I'm playing, like, Sunset Overdrive and I have the Borderlands fucking HUD, I want an actual shield. I want the game to actually, like, register my health and my objectives like Borderlands.
Samuels,
And every time you buy a HUD DLC, you get 3 free saves.
Find out where they're keeping everything in her office.
Good luck, Ripley. Hurry if you can.
See, because once you have, like, saves as a paid thing, you can just give them away constantly. You can put, like, a code on the inside of the packaging for 100 free saves. It's just, one day someone will look on the back of there and see it. And everyone will think you're super generous about it.
I don't like going through the vents, being forced to go through the vents.
Event DLC.
I need to check out that DLC for this game. At some point. I don't know, I kinda wanted to wait till I finished the main game.
I mean, it's super short. Like I said, 20 minutes. It's probably like an hour altogether. It's effective, I'd say. You're walking around the ship inside of from Alien.
Yeah, I played a couple minutes of it, and then I died. I actually died a lot right at the beginning, because I didn't... It really, like, you need to have, like, played the intro, or at least played to when the fucking alien shows up, to really know what you're doing.
It seems like it was put in the game, so that way people could see what the game was like without seeing the actual game. Because there are big parts of this game where there's no alien. But that DLC is all alien. All the time. What if you could buy more aliens? Like, you could buy it, and they'll just put another alien AI in the level with you. Every alien is $1.
Nope, fuck.
You can buy as many aliens as you want, and you can set them free in the level, and you can just watch them.
God damn it, do I have to do that whole sequence again? At least I know what I'm fucking doing this time.
And if you have multiple aliens, the aliens will fight each other over you. And 1 in every 100 aliens sold is a queen. And you'll get 100 free aliens.
Stop thinking about fucking shitty free-to-play design.
That's great.
No.
But it's like, the game's not built with it in mind. The game is built as is, but you can add in more aliens. If you buy an amiibo...
Play Alien Infestation? Or not, yeah.
I didn't, I meant to. I never got around to it.
I need to play it again. I really fucking liked that game.
It looked really good.
Yeah. I'm working on a review for the new Shantae game. The genie.
Right.
Yeah. And that just made me, I was thinking about, like, man, Way Forward makes some really fucking good games, and some really bad ones.
Every 1 in 100 wishes granted gives you 100 free wishes. And if you wish for free saves and free aliens, they become free for you.
I really liked Alien Infestation. It was a very strange version of the aliens mythos, and it was a fuck ton better than Colonial Marines.
I remember it came out like way before it, and there was like plot stuff for Colonial Marines in it. I think. I like the art style. Like the dude who did the art for it is like, I think it's Chris Walker.
Fucker.
Or it's like some noted figure that I recognized who did the art. Man, he rounds that corner, doesn't he?
Fuck yeah, he does. God damn it. Now I know what not to fucking do.
I'm telling you, man. Just fucking put a Velociraptor costume over him, and you have a
God!
great dress. This is easy.
I'm not safe in this area at all. Good to know.
Is this Medical Bay?
Yes. I think
This
so.
place is pretty notorious.
Or it's like right after the medical bay.
Right, like, people
No,
after
I'm
this
still
game.
in the I'm still in the fucking medical bay. Look, there's bodies everywhere. I'm trying to find a trauma kit. I'm still in the medical bay.
Yeah, like, when this game came out, people on 4chan would open threads like, man, fuck Medical Bay.
Oh.
Just like,
That's pretty great though.
that's a good way to start a thread on 4chan, is find a part of the game you find slightly frustrating, and then open it with that, and then you'll get people who come in and slowly come around to your side. There's always a 50-50 chance that you'll find people who are actually into the game that hugely disliked. And whether or not... It's a weird gamble.
Like how the One Chanbara games have a huge, not a huge, but a loyal fan base, even though they're shit.
Right, like, it's always a gamble when a new IP comes out, who's going to be into what. For the most part, like, the Metal Gear groups are self-contained, and there's not many people shitting them up. But, like, if you're gonna make a thread about Borderlands, you got maybe a 1 in 3 chance of having, like, a positive thread.
Makes sense.
But, you know, it's a 1 in 3 chance of getting a positive thread. As opposed to a 0 in 3 chance.
See? Oh, god damn it, I forgot to put the thing in the thing.
That's what your mom said.
I really like stealth games, but a lot of people fucking hate them.
Right.
And I think this is one of the best ways to do a good stealth game, is through horror.
Right.
Because
Like a big issue with stealth is that it requires a ton of, like, patience and forward thinking, but it also usually requires a lot of trial and error, and not a lot of people are willing to do both.
yeah.
Which is that's why narrative is so important in stealth games, I think. Like, Metal Gear persists because people have a drive to see it through.
Well, that's because the story, is fucking batshit crazy as it is still fun.
It's awesome! The fucking vampire in Metal Gear is awesome.
Samuels, there's a Dr. Lingard, senior medical officer.
The main
Should
character's
verify
name is
that we're
Snake.
keeping everything in her office.
Good luck, Ripley.
There's fucking 5 people named Snake in that series.
Well, I mean the main character is named after Kurt Russell movie or character.
Naked Snake and Solid Snake and Liquid Snake and Solid Dust Snake and whatever Raiden was. We never even found out what kind of snake he was. I bet it was a gardener snake.
I think
How
I need
about-
to watch Alien 3.
I watched Alien about a week ago,
The original?
and yeah, it's still a good movie. But
yeah, I saw it earlier this Halloween season, and it's still a fucking amazing movie.
it is. It's you see more of the alien than I remembered, though.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell it's the same basic design. And you
But
kind of...
man, does that first Alien look rough?
Yeah, a little bit. I think that's mostly because the next time you saw it, it had been, like, 10 years of advances in prosthetics.
It's not 10 years.
It's close to it.
I thought it was like 7. Which is,
I think-
yeah, no, that's pretty close.
It was...
She's coming back
So-
faster.
Fuck.
Because Alien was like 79, Aliens is like 86. So it's not 10 years, but it's 7 years. And probably like twice as much budget.
Yeah. James Cameron, man, he makes the fuck out of sequels.
Yeah. And Titanic's.
Yeah.
Why do I think of Titanic?
Because James Cameron made Titanic.
Yeah, but like something about Titanic I feel like has been in the back of my mind for a long time now. Something about boats. I don't know. Oh, I saw some documentary on Netflix about a dude who was in a boat race around the world, and he lied about it.
Really?
Like he was set to win the prize, because the two prizes were like the person who made it around first would win a trophy. Person who made it around the fastest would win like £50,000. And he was going to be the fastest, but it turned out he had like gone down to the bottom of Africa and then looped over to South America and then looped it back up. And he had spent the entire time he was there like faking his logbook.
Oh.
And then he was like, because he put up like his house as a mortgage to get the boat to do it. And they were like, if you like drop out of the race, you have to own the boat. But he didn't have to like win the race. He just had to like finish it.
Right.
And he was like, okay, I'll finish third. No one will care that I finished third. It'll be like people will go like, good job, Marky, whatever your name is, and that's it. But like, there's like 8 people were in the race. Only 4 survived like the race itself. Like the other 8, like their boat just fell apart. And then like at the end of the race, the dude in first, his boat fell apart. And then the dude who was in second, who went up to first, he went right back around. He was like almost home, and he just turned back around and went around the world again. And then the dude who faked it, like, started freaking out. Like, he knew it was over. And, like, they read, like, segments out of his book, and he went crazy. He went, like, men's rights activist crazy.
I'm fucked.
Like, it's just talking about his godhood.
Oh, Jesus.
Does lighting affect the way the Xenomorph sees in the game?
I don't think so.
See, this is both genius and like a folly of the game. Is that it doesn't have eyes, and they've never really said how it sees, or if it does. So you can't really like use your direct environment to escape it.
Fuck! God damn it! I thought I was good under there. Ugh! This shit is hard, man. Fuck!
Man, that's crazy. It's the tail that's like, you see the tail motion and then it's behind you.
Yeah.
Like an awesome Jurassic Park game. And then like you could have like 2 modes. One mode is like the movie and the other mode is the book. and then you get to the end of the book mode, and then it turns out you don't have enough syringes to like poison the velociraptors.
Man,
So
that book is really good. That
Buy
book
this
is really good too, but
And 1 in every 100 syringes taken gives you 100 free syringes, and also it can kill a T-Rex. That's how you win the real game. You know, people give Jurassic Park a lot of flack for its ending because it kind of comes out of left field.
how does it end?
It's the T-Rex shows up and eats the raptors.
Oh yeah.
And my friend had never seen Jurassic Park, and he was going off to college, so I was like, before you go to college, we're watching Jurassic Park.
Samuels.
I won't let you leave, because you won't watch it on your own.
Officer.
But it's
And we were
I know
watching
where
it.
they're keeping everything in her office.
And at the end of it, like while the credits were rolling, we both kind of figured, you know, the T-Rex ending makes no sense.
how does the book end?
There's no better ending to the movie.
How's the book end?
The book ends, the T-Rex gets shot with a tranq, like halfway through the book, and then just dies. Like you think, oh, the tranquilizer didn't work, but he's just so goddamn big. It takes him an hour for the tranquilizer to take effect. And he just like chops his own tongue off and drowns in a pool. And then like the raptors are the main threat for the end of the book.
Yeah, I know. I remember Hammond dies in the book.
Yeah. I mean,
His death
technically,
is really gruesome too.
it's kind of gruesome. Like, I knew going into it, like, they revived some of the characters for the second book. But in all honesty, like, the deaths of Hammond and Jeff Goldblum's character, they were pretty ambiguous. Like, it wasn't a huge stress to say they
But
survived.
Jeff Goldblum survived. No, his character in the book totally survived. He's the main character of the second book.
Yeah, but he dies in the first book, canonically.
Sort of, yeah.
And then, like, in the second book, both him and Hammond are alive, and the explanation given, it's just that the reports were false.
Yeah, except it's still totally bullshit, because Hammond fucking died very concretely.
But, like, he sees one of the compies nibbling at his, like, throat, and then he passes out. But those things are super small. Like, they might not even be able to break the skin. But in the book, like, the raptors escape, they go after the visitor center, and then, Dr. Grant, injects raptor eggs with, like, tranquilizer, and then feeds it to the raptors. That's another big thing in the book, is that the raptors are cannibals.
This is Lingard, Senior Medical Officer at
Also,
Savastapol
they're
Station.
comedians.
I want to
Got word
state
there.
I
And
have
then,
been placed under duress with regards to the my patient Zero.
That
And
second
Ransom,
book is so much better than the
Season's
movie,
head of
though.
operations. He
I started
He
on
made
it, and I
certain
got
threats
them to the
for
island,
my
and then
career
I
and
like
my
fell out of it.
certification. I want that
So
on
you
go
record.
back.
Like, because like after the first act, basically the first third of the book,
That woman needed
Jeff
help.
Goldblum's character gets
I didn't
injured
know
and
what
starts
type
taking
of parasite she
morphine
had
and gets
encountered,
addicted
but
to
it had
it, and is
planted
just high on
something
it for the rest of the book.
inside her.
Like, I know all the
I am so
scenes
sorry.
where the girl is, like, in distress. Apparently,
I
in the
had
book,
no
he
way
is in
of
distress.
knowing
And it's
what
the girl that
would
saves him.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of Jeff Goldblum's character.
The ending of the first book is weird, because it kind of does what the first movie does, which is, for all the talk of, like, the destruction of nature, it kind of has, like, a listful ending. Like, man, we could study these things.
Yeah.
Because, like, they find the raptor's nest, and then, like, immediately after they find it, like, the government comes and bombs the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And then realizes that he's going to spend the rest of his life detained by the Puerto Rican government, which is real fucking dark.
So what do you think about the new Jurassic Park movie?
I really love Jurassic Park, and I think there's a ton of potential for it as a franchise, so I'm optimistic. Star-Lord's in it, so that's cool. I think the premise is really interesting. I think what they're doing is the best way to go at it. Like, I feel like just slapping a 4 on it wouldn't really work. But I think the idea of turning Jurassic Park into a franchise has a ton of potential. Like a actual zoo franchise, not the franchise it is. His fucking tail went ahead of him there.
Where the fuck is it? I don't like this shit.
You know, it can hear the motion tracker, right?
Yeah.
They all can hear the motion tracker. How do you see if that Jurassic Park game is on PSN? I had a couple of Jurassic Park games as a kid that I really loved. I might didn't go back to at some point and finish for closure. Also, the ship blew up. I really like the idea that Amanda Ripley, like, she's not really scared of the alien. She's one of those people who, like, sleeps between the bed and the wall. She's like claustrophilia or something. Claustrophilic? I don't know. One of those. Can you lure it into the fire?
I just don't want to die.
Why wasn't the alien attracted by the explosion?
Why was it attracted? Why didn't it go the fuck away?
It's like this giant aggressive monster. That also adds to my theory that the alien like feels with it, that it sees with how it feels, because it would be super susceptible to heat.
Go the fuck away.
He's like staring you down. It's adorable. He's got little smokestacks on his back. I was watching a brief amount of gameplay of this on someone else, and it just had like a black box in front of them that got like stuck to them somehow. But it wasn't like part of their screen was missing. Like, it was a black box because it was like reflecting light. So it was a physical part of the game. It's like you and the alien are identical, and there's like a gap in the wall, and you both look and you think you're looking at a mirror. And like you're like looking at each other, and you turn around at the same time, and you're like accidentally mirroring each other. Man, sometimes he just runs, doesn't he? He's just aggravated all the time.
Yep.
I went to a UDF today where the cashier was like the new guy, and his cash register was on the fritz, and he was freaking out the whole
What's
time.
a UDF?
Do you not have those wherever you live?
Florida? No.
Fucking no man's land? I don't know. It's a gas station chain. It's the United Dairy Farmers is what they're called.
Oh. Okay.
But anyways, and he was just jabbing the screen as hard as he could. And the lady in front of me kept looking around like she wanted someone to save her from him. And he has to manually input all the information. And I think he just has to keep jabbing a button to cycle through it for some reason. And at one point he forgot to give the lady her receipt. So he realized he had to do the whole thing over again. And he's on the fucking edge. He looks like he's about to come into work the next day and just start blasting fools.
Oh shit.
He's like, my manager should really be here. She's the one who knows how to work this thing, but she leaves me here to deal with it, and it's not working right in the first place. So, and then he can't let her leave until I think he's legally required to give her her receipt, or at least offer it to her. And so she starts to go, and he's like, please don't leave. As aggressively, and she and at this point I have to cover my mouth because I know if he sees me laughing at him, he's going to explode. And then finally, he finishes. He's like, "Do you want your receipt?" And she's like, "No, that's okay. You can keep it." And then just walks out. And during the whole transaction, this heavy-set black lady walks in, and then immediately walks out.
Dr. Lingard, this
Oh, it was
is
great.
Ransom. Remember me? Your friendly Six and Chief
Oh, it was
executive.
awesome. And then I just walk up, and he scans it, and my transaction took 2 minutes.
Oh, well, we're both busy.
And then I laughed the whole way back to the car. It was great.
Friends. Some of them have badges. One of them told me you called Marshal Waits about a, shall we say, interesting find. I want in.
Also, you look like you're on a timer, so you should probably book
How
it.
much does Waits really know about you? Not as much as your old friend here, and I bet he wouldn't be as understanding about black market med supplies. I look forward to your call back.
No, that timer is the audio log.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty fucking awesome, I have to say. I really like that they give you a countdown timer for how long the audio log's gonna take. That's useful.
I think a wave file would be cool too.
Where the fuck is this key card that I missed? God damn it.
It's in the alien. It's behind its left eye.
I bet I know where it is.
But that's the real trick. You don't know where its left eye is. You have to buy the left eye. The more eyes you buy in the DLC, the weaker the alien is. And 1 in every 100 eyes bought is actually a box of 1,000 eyes. But you can't put the eyes on the alien, but you can put them everywhere else. And you just have that in your inventory forever. And then you can just coat the levels in eyes.
No, shit.
This is lit.
You can also buy eyes with the eyes you find in the game. Thinking about it, there actually is a game that kind of does that buy live system. Do you ever play Maximo?
No.
There's this PS2 platformer that I think my grandma bought me. And in that, you had to, when you died, you had to, pay death and for, passage back to the land of the living.
It's pretty neat.
Like, you had to, like, pay to save your game, and you had to, like, pay to get your health back. Like, Maximo was trying to, like, kill the Dark Lords and, like, rescue the princesses of the different lands, and, like, when you saved them, you get, like, a kiss or a free save, and I always chose the free save, because I was awful at it. It's kind of a roguelike before the roguelike craze came.
Craze?
Saw it on that one review show on G4. That's not the one that everyone knows. The other
Judgment Day, the good one.
I mean, depends on your definition of good.
I liked it way better than X-Play.
I remember when I was young and I saw the first season of X-Play and I thought it was great. And then like we changed cable providers, so I didn't get to watch it for years. And when we changed back and I saw it and I realized like they had softened up like their criteria a bunch, and I was like, they ruined this. They turned the only real source in games journalism into nothing. Oh, okay.
Motherfucker.
And that was the day I knew I would end up on 4chan at some point. Just bitter because this review show decided that they were being too mean to games.
And now we have Yahtzee.
Beat you to it!
What do you mean?
Beat you to it.
To Yahtzee? What?
Yahtzee. No, I said Gamergate. I thought you were going for Gamergate, but you went for Yahtzee.
Yeah. We were talking about being mean in reviews.
You ever see that comic of, like, how game journalism is done through the decades?
No.
It's like in the 90s, like, your game's great.
Everything's awesome.
And then in the 2000s, your game's shit. And then now it's your game's sexist. Or racist or whatever. Oh man, could you like turn on the showers and set a trap for the alien?
No. Because I can't kill it.
Can you make the alien like take a shower? What if the alien's not black? What if that's why it's so upset? What if it's scared because someone spray painted it and now it can't see?
No, it came out of black goo. It's black.
What if it's like, because that one in Resurrection is like white and he's like the weird half human. What if like they're all just spray painted? Because the chest bursters are white. What if between chest burster and like adulthood, like there's just like this evil trickster in Xenomorph religion that spray paints them?
No, because they're not. They're sort of sentient, but they're not really sentient creatures. You know, like
That's what the Queen does.
they're driven by instinct and stuff.
Wow, Xanthus, are you trying to tell me that these black figures are driven purely by instinct? Are you trying to say there's some sort of weird jungle primates, huh?
No,
Yeah,
not
this-
at all.
2014, how fucking dare you? We live in an era where people can be whatever they want. And if that's a dragon,
Not about sexism, not.
if that's a dragon or a refrigerator, that's fine. But you have to
No, we don't.
Did I
Fuck
send
you.
you that image of someone from Tumblr asking someone else if it's okay for them to be a refrigerator?
No.
There's a post on Tumblr that I
Fucking
found.
otherkin, man. I hate people.
Of just fucking someone telling someone else, you know, I feel cold when I eat. Is it okay for me to be refrigerator-kin? And then the person said, if you honestly, truly feel that way, you can be Fridgekin. And I kind of want that to be like a shirt or something. Oh, that's great. Fridgekin.
I'm worried about humanity, Dylan. I'm worried. It's pretty fucked.
I don't know. If I was a little kid and I wanted to pretend to be a refrigerator, it would be fun to have a website where I could pretend to be a refrigerator.
It's got hell in here, Samuels.
Because I never had the attention span for make-believe as a kid. Like, I couldn't sit still long enough to be a refrigerator. But on the internet, I can pretend to be a refrigerator and be completely active at the same time.
Hey,
I don't entirely know what's happening. Come on. Where the fuck is it?
There's an awful lot of boxes just sort of lying around in this place.
I think there's just a lot of boxes lying around most places.
I guess. There was a joke about that in Homestuck I read, where a dude is a mobster, and the opposing mobsters are time travelers, and he accidentally goes back to when he killed one of the previous time travelers in a shootout with boxes as cover, and then he kills the same time traveler again and goes back another 20 minutes to when the time travelers were putting the boxes down for cover.
Turner, we've had something go down here in San Cristobal. Tape off the scene and make sure it's not touched until Garcia...
God damn it, Homestuck.
And the narrative, it's just like, you know you gotta kill these guys, but you think it's really thoughtful of them to put those boxes there for cover.
One other thing. If I find out who leaked this to ransom, I'll
I like
make
Homestuck.
a fucking badge. He turned up
It's
the
fun.
seats and privileges and had a ringside seat for the whole goddamn mess. This is a serious incident.
Speaking of things that are fun, I don't know if it's timely to talk about it, because it'll take you 3 weeks to put this up on the website.
It will not. It's going up next week.
But Naruto ended this week.
It did.
Did. And
It was really. It was a really good ending.
it was a better ending than I had expected. I mean, it's better than Dragon Ball's ending, where Goku leaves his family to go train with a colored kid that he doesn't know. I mean, I guess him being colored doesn't really have anything to do with it, but it's weird. It's weird for a white guy to go hang out and train a black kid he's never met before. It's weirder than if it was a white kid or a black dude hanging out with a black kid. Unless it's Sean Connery, then it's okay.
So we're not going to talk about what just happened.
I mean, we could, but, like, you know, that guy didn't hide. He was standing right up, and he looked it in the face, and he tried to shoot it.
That he did.
See, if you just stay out of its way, it doesn't mess with people. That's what you're doing. You're smart. This is the alien ship, David. You came onto its ship, and you started messing around with stuff, and all it's doing is trying to clear the mess out. So you just get off its ship, and it's fine. But no, you gotta go find your mom, because she's lost.
We're not looking for my mom.
You're
We're
looking
looking for the black box
That's disgusting.
of the ship.
You shouldn't talk about your mother that way. I was trying to come up with
After the incident, the Martian
a sensitive racial joke for Ripley,
was the patient was carrying.
but I realized that in this future, if Ripley identifies as a black, then you would have to abide by that.
You're in charge
The way things are
now.
going,
Don't let Coleman talk his way in.
regardless of her actual skin color.
With Marshal Waits around.
So what you're saying is that not only is Amanda Ripley a strong female protagonist, she's a strong black female protagonist?
Right now.
Yes. We don't
Someone
need
there?
no man. I was really hoping when Naruto ended, because there's a fat black woman in the final chapter, there were going to be like a ton of posts about like how progressive it had become, or like a ton of posts about how like racist it was, because it wasn't until the very end that there was a heavyweight woman of color in the series. Not really a woman of color at all until near the end of it, come to think of it. Also, that guy shot through that box.
Yeah.
But the box is unfazed.
Guy's fucking dead.
True. Just wear the box. That dude shot like a weird future pistol that I'm gonna bet is stronger than...
Revolver.
Yeah, you know. Future pistol. In the future, they realized that the revolvers are just all around better than the pistols, so that they just did away with the pistols.
Thank fuck.
But then, like, the weapon economy, there were more revolvers to make up for the lack of pistols, and then, you know, at that point, it's just now everyone might as well just have a goddamn rocket launcher strapped to their back the whole time. Do you think there's people who are like super left-wing, who are like anti-gun rights, but pretend to be guns?
Are you asking me if gunkin is a thing?
Yes.
I
hope.
I don't know, man.
Oh, gun. I have to Google gunkin now, just to find out what comes up.
I only learned about otherkin a little while ago, and I was terrified.
Alright. Here's what Urban Dictionary says about gunkin. Noun. Any person, place, or thing, sometimes abbreviated to gunky. A cute name for the person you are talking to. UR is spelled UR. Like your, UR, the letters U and R. Invented by two, that's T-O, teenage stoners who love weed and have a whole language that is being, B-E-E-I-N-G, born at this moment.
Wait, what? So they're also stoners?
Gunkin. Any person, place, or thing. Sometimes abbreviated to gunky, a cute name for the person you're talking to, invented by two teenage stoners who love weed and have a whole language that is being born at this moment.
Oh.
The second definition. So, the second definition seems way more professional than the first one, so I don't know how gunky is above gunkin. But whatever. A concept stemming from an overhead train conversation in 2002, gunkin refers to a person who chooses to dress and live their lives in the Gothic style. A gunkin is distinguished from an ordinary Gothic person, as they refer to themselves constantly and annoyingly as a goth. Gunkin is derived from the word gunk, meaning the heavy makeup worn by the person. Oh, fuck off. There's nothing dumber than, like, sub-factions fighting each other.
You're talking about conspiracy theorists then. Because none of them agree.
Just any group that can't come to a consensus just should be, like, forgotten. It doesn't have to be a 100% consensus. I can't say the word consensus, I don't think. I don't know why. consensus. Ugh. Who can't come to like a group agreement, like a majority agreement. I typed in Gunkin and I got a lot of gun cakes.
What's a what?
It's like a candy gun.
Oh.
All of these are from user Kinfood, who I guess is a Tumblr dedicated to finding like inanimate objects or like food made into like inanimate objects, so that way people pretending to be inanimate objects can eat them. So it's like chocolate ammo and shells, but one of them, it's just a shotgun. So what other kin, like, are you depression kin if you have the shotgun for food?
Can we talk about Alien?
What kin do you think the alien wants to be? Maybe the alien isn't violent at all. Maybe he wants to be like raptor kin, and he's just like doing what he has to do. It's in his nature, David. Why are you just a jerk to the alien? Don't even know its real name. Just call it whatever you want.
It has a number.
Yeah, they're all just numbers to you, aren't they?
No, just that one isn't. Well, I guess they're not all numbers. They're all designated. They're all one number actually.
You know,
you read it to me earlier.
David, just because a large amount of the alien population is in prison doesn't make them all prisoners.
None of them are in prison.
Aren't we all in prison?
No.
You know what, David? You really got to be more careful with what you say. Because some people, their body is a prison. Alright? Do you know how hard it is to want nothing more than to preserve food within you? But to know that everything you eat will be destroyed? Feel for the Fridgekin, David.
Fridgekin's total bullshit. Like, it's a joke, right?
I don't know. I hope it is. I hope it isn't.
I want both. I want both to be real.
I hope the person who started Fridgekin did it as a joke and other people become real Fridgekin because of it.
Yes, that is the best.
Also, man, this game looks great.
Yeah.
I can't really be understated that this game's gorgeous, but like just the lighting is great. Welcome to the next gen.
Sound design. And fuck me. Go away. Go away.
You know, I'm pretty surprised with everything that Half-Life took from contemporary science fiction. They didn't really have like a Xenomorph stand-in.
They had a nutsack table, though.
They did. They didn't have a Predator stand-in either. So much lost potential.
Dude, it had a nutsack table.
Yeah, one of them did. Out of like
the first one did.
Yeah, the first one did, but like Opposing Force didn't. Blue Shift didn't.
No. Just the one nutsack table. It's a pretty sweet nutsack table, though.
I like Opposing Force a lot. I feel like it doesn't get its due.
What is that?
It's weird that the best Half-Life game is made by Gearbox. Also, depending who you talk to, the best Halo game.
Which Halo game did they make?
They did the PC version of the first.
Oh, that's not the best one.
Well, they added in like a ton of stuff for it. Like there's like maps that were.
Flamethrower?
I think they added the flamethrower.
They
Yeah.
did. They added
But,
flamethrower.
I think like they either doubled or tripled like the player count in multiplayer, and they added like maps that were too big for the Xbox to handle.
No, maybe you're right, because Halo 1 is best Halo.
Right. They added in like the fuel rod gun and like mod support for it. Was Boarding Party in the original Halo, or is it only the PC version of it?
PC.
Right, like that. Like, just weird stuff.
Prisoner, man. It's all about Prisoner.
I feel like you're hiding from nothing, to be honest here. Like, I'm not even catching glimpses of this thing now.
The Android?
Oh, there's an android?
Yeah.
What's it to run from the android?
I'm trying to get the Android to come back over here.
Bake its face.
So
Hit it with
it's...
your stun rod. See what that does. Fry it!
Nah. I want the alien to eat the android.
Will it?
Is that... I don't know. Is that too much to ask?
I mean, like... There's a long and proud history of aliens murdering androids in the Alien franchise.
That's true.
Or is there?
Told you.
Because Bishop gets killed in 2, but in Resurrection, that one Amelie chick was an android, and she did not get killed by him. Oh man, I don't know anything anymore.
Also, Lance Hendrickson is in 3 in Resurrection.
Is he?
Yeah.
I feel like I should know who that is, or I do know who that is.
You watch Fringe?
No.
What about The Wire?
No. Is he in Pumpkinhead?
I don't think so. What about Tron, the cartoon one?
I kind of watched that.
He
I
was,
watched like half of it.
he was in some of that. Also, he was just in...
Yeah, he's in Pumpkinhead.
He's in that terrible Jonah Hex movie.
I remember him from Pumpkinhead. I remember him from Pumpkinhead and not, like, the best contemporary television show, The Wire. Or whatever else.
The Wire. You said no.
I know. I never saw... I haven't seen The Wire. I'm saying I recognize him from the schlocky, like, monster movie over, like, one of the best TV shows ever made.
Yep. You
Or
should watch The Wire.
I probably should, but I haven't. I probably will.
And it was good to find out that the tension of this game is not broken when you and I are just talking about bullshit too. It's at least you understand how Alien is good, unlike Matt and Alex, the pricks.
I mean, like, the sound goes so far in this game. Like, just hearing Alien thump around, like, it really gets to you.
And I don't know, just especially because I think it's a good thing that I know how fucking long this game is. You know, like immediately.
Right.
Because I go in expecting that, so when it was, especially with that long, slow build at the beginning, it's like, well, I knew there was going to be a long, slow build because it's a long fucking game.
Right.
And I mean, goddamn it, Alien takes like a while before the alien shows up. Same thing in Aliens, like the whole first act is not very, you know.
I mean, the alien proper doesn't show up in Alien, but like they're on an alien world, and there's the chest burster and all that stuff. Like you don't see the alien proper, but there's alien stuff happening. And if you don't like desolate spaceships, the opening act of this game kind of blows.
Yeah.
And I really love desolate spaceships. I love a mode of this game that is just the entire ship and the alien, and the game will like tell you like, hey, this part of the ship's busted, go fix it. And maybe you'll encounter the alien and maybe you won't.
Fuck you, alien!
And you just have to like survive however many days. And it's all randomly generated. Like whatever breaks happens on this day. And the game will just set you up at random days.
Oh, so you want that mode of Dead Rising?
Yeah, kind of. But I want like an end. I want like specifically your mission lasts 100 days. You go to cryo sleep. You wake up whenever something's wrong with the ship. If you meet the alien,
you want Pikmin, but with terror.
Kind of. I kind of want the setup of Pikmin of like it's randomized what breaks on the ship and where it is. And the alien follows its own logic, and it's totally possible you never see it.
I'd play the fuck out of that game.
And also, every 1 out of 100 days gives you 100 free days.
Motherfucker!
Also, there's a ton of fucking wheelchairs in this place. Like, it's the future. They don't have, like, a gravity lift or something? That's another weird thing about the end of Naruto, is that Light Guy is a cripple. Even though it's established in the universe of Naruto that they have completely, like, effective limbs.
Well, they grew Naruto and Sasuke arms back, so...
Like, they grew Naruto an arm back, but Sasuke didn't take it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But, like, they couldn't give Might Guy a foot. Like, the dude basically kicked God. He kicked God so hard he bent space.
The end of that, the Night Moth thing is so fucking wonderful, but so goddamn stupid.
That's great. It's just a kick. It's a dynamic.
Oh, fuck! Jesus.
So the alien doesn't need to do this, right? Like, it doesn't eat.
I don't know. Prometheus established that it's essentially a bioengineered life form. Who's...
Yeah, like, it's a bioweapon. Like, that's been in the alien canon for a long time. Like, that was kind of the explained purpose of it, is that the alien is secretly, like, a weapon of some previous race that we accidentally stumble onto.
You know, the limited medical resources, the
Yeah.
But, like,
patients in deep space.
it just seems like it just seems kind of pointless from the alien's point of view.
There was some kind of incident in the hospital recently.
He just sort of wanders
To know
out.
anything. Doctor, if there's a major public health issue here on Savastapol, people need to know. I'm freelance, unbiased. I don't have any corporate affiliations. Let me be a friend to you. Call me.
I mean, in the original script, he was like turning people into eggs.
Well, the original script, it's super gay.
Jesus Christ, David.
It is!
You know what? It's 2014.
It's
Okay.
all dudes. There's way more phallic imagery.
You know what, David? It's 2014, alright? It's time you recognize that the alien can be with whoever he really wants, alright?
Well, it was because it was written in an era where homosexuality was not really accepted by the at all. So it was because it's still about the rape fear, and it just was like making it worse in that time period. Also, Geiger draws penis pictures. That's just kind of what he does.
Yeah, you know what? If it weren't for the goddamn patriarchy constantly shoving the power of the cock down your throat all the time, David, I don't think he's saying that. You know what? If the alien wants to be a velociraptor who happens to have sex with men, that's up to the alien, okay? I'm sorry, David, alright? I see two women together, or I see two men together, or I see a xenomorph with its maw inside of a man's skull. I don't see the difference. All I see is love.
Fuck you, man. Saying that the original Alien script was gayer than it was. I mean, literally. It's just like saying Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge is gay. It is. It's about male homosexuality.
That movie's great. That's completely by accident, too. Like, it's 100% sincerely by accident. Like, there's a documentary on Netflix about the Nightmare franchise.
I know. It's over 3 hours long. It's like almost 4.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I'm like 40 minutes into it.
It's like just fucking. They're so. You can't fake what they're saying. Like, they did not know what they were making. Like, I think their lead kind of knew, because he admits that he was gay, but he was closeted at the time.
I don't understand how you couldn't know.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think we should call. Well, no, I need to get to a save point before we do fucking anything. Never mind. So we'll call this once I can save, which may be right after this loading screen. So.
Fault detected. Shutting down.
You know, stuff seems to explode around Ripley an awful lot.
It's in their genes.
It's all you can think about, isn't it, David? Just women's asses. That's all
I
you
didn't say anything about asses. I said genes. You said asses, sir. I think you have asses on the brain.
So you're so disgusted by the female form, you won't even think about it? My God.
That is not true either. What horror movie should I watch tonight?
What was a good one I watched? Have you seen Resolution?
I don't even know what that is.
Resolution is a movie on Netflix. It's by the dude who did VHS. I think he did VHS Viral, which I didn't like at all.
And I thought there were a couple of the shorts in it were good, but all of the framing narratives in the VHS movies are fucking stupid.
I thought the satanic one was okay. Because it had like a weird sexual thing to it.
The satanic one. Okay, I liked the skateboarders beating up the weird Mexican. I thought it was fun. It was fun. It wasn't scary at all.
Bunch of middle-aged, white, high-class, privileged citizens beating up on the poor and the destitute in Mexico.
They were poor skaters. Fuck off.
I need to fix
What
that.
was What were the others? Because there were only 2. So what was the other one?
Malfunction. Repair required.
Because there's the one where like the dude goes to the Mirrorverse.
I liked that one.
That
one
was the one I liked. There was a really dumb magician one. There was the previously mentioned skateboarder one. I don't remember. But he did that, and I was like... And I only watched it because I thought he did the first VHS, which I really liked. But he did Viral, which I didn't like at all. But it's really good.
Two's the best.
It is. It's about this dude who his childhood best friend is like a meth addict or a heroin addict or whatever, and he lives like in like this rundown shack in the woods, and he goes to visit him, and he handcuffs him to like the place, and he says like, we're gonna detox you completely in a week. If you still want to do drugs, I'll leave. You'll never see me again. But if you want to go to rehab, then I'll take you to rehab. And like the cover for it is all gritty, and I thought like it was gonna be like this really dark, uncomfortable movie. It's not. It's really funny.
Well, I want a horror movie, not a comedy.
It is a horror movie though. It's like a good horror movie. The characters are really likable.
I don't know. I'm gonna go see Evil Dead the musical next week.
Did you ever watch House of the Devil?
No, I heard that was good.
That's really good too. What about The Innkeepers?
No, but it's on my queue as well.
Those are like movies where if they weren't horror movies, I would still like them. But the fact that they're horror movies makes them better. Like, you just like the characters, and you kind of just want to hang out with them, rather than watch them die. So it makes it, like, really tense when things start to get bad. But basically, like, his friend's real fat.
We should end this, but I watched The Kill List last night.
And then, like, the dude finds a bunch of footage of them in the future in, like, the basement.
Well, thank you everyone for watching this part of Midnights in the Lab. This is a long episode, too. But it was a good one, and we're definitely going to come back and play more Alien, because this is one of the, I think, my favorite licensed games, period. Like, it's really fucking good.
Yeah, don't go off yet. I gotta find an Aliens quote to end it with.
Not game over, man. Game over?
You gotta save that for the actual game to get over with. I bet that's the achievement for finishing the game. There's no way it's not. It's been the achievement for finishing the game in the last 2 Alien games.
I kinda just wanted to shoot some fools. But then the alien will show up.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
Alright, thank you everyone for watching, and we will be back with more awesome video content and more Alien Isolation. Bye.
Stop oppressing me, you silly boys.
Yes. Bye.
Fridge Ken.